Hello, everyone, and welcome to a very special Old School Lane update for September of 2024. So, as you guys know, if you've been paying attention to my social media updates, or if you've been following the Old School Lane blog, I have officially moved over to the UK with my wonderful husband, Arun Mehta from The Arun Mehta Show.
That's me.
Yeah, so there's going to be a lot of good changes that's going to be happening throughout the course of the year, and throughout the beginning of next year, we're going to be revamping Old School Lane in a brand new direction. And yeah, we got a lot of great ideas that we want to showcase, and we have talked about a lot of projects over the past couple of months, and we're looking forward to presenting those on due time.
Yeah, so everyone's going to just bear with us for a second because this is a massive learning curve still for us at the moment because we're not just basically just like, we're hooking up a laptop and hanging it to a microphone and then just kind of like, just doing overlays of like, doing this. We're actually, right now, the way that we're doing this right now is that me and Patricia right now are like the presenters in the studio, and there's like a phantom, like, producer, like, behind the scenes that's, where you would think would be controlling the strings, but in actual fact, it's just me and her taking turns. We're basically operating the equipment. So we're getting a lot more advanced than we were previously. So no more Zoom, no more like, we're messing around with Discord, no more of that kind of stuff. We are literally live, well, live-ish, I guess you could say, in front of each other, around a table, and in a studio, and we are having a ball.
Yeah, and usually this would be happening like, I would say 2 weeks a year, where Arun and I would be doing various podcasts throughout the end of the year to kind of close things down, or we will be having meetings to discuss about what should be the next step for Arun and Patricia. But now for the first time permanently, we are going to be doing podcasts pretty much on the studio and live without having to deal with any unnecessary updates on software or any microphone glitches or anything of the sort. So yeah, I'm actually looking forward to what the future has to hold.
Yeah, exactly. So bear with us, everybody. Like, this is going to be a massive learning curve technology-wise for the both of us. So some things may work out pretty well, other things might work out pretty badly. And also, on top of that, this isn't the finished product that you're listening to right now. We're going to be adding more stuff as things go along. We really want to improve the studio. We really want to improve the audio quality as well. So there's going to be a lot of like testing things out and seeing if things work, and seeing if other things don't work, and seeing what we can do to basically make the podcast better, effectively. And that doesn't just include the Old School Lane, it also includes the Arun Mehta Show as well.
Yeah, so, for sure. Yeah. And also for Arun and Patricia as well.
Yeah, exactly. And Arun and Patricia will be starting off very shortly. So right now we are going to be entering into what I think is your favorite month, I think, for Old School Lane. So do you want to tell everybody about that?
Yes. So as you guys know, that October is around the corner, and so it is the third installment of Old Spook Lane Creepy Chats. And as you guys know, over the past couple of years, we've talked about various topics. We've talked about various movies and TV shows, and last year we did Tim Burton month, which we had a lot of fun with. So yeah, this year we're going to be going into some really interesting topics for Old Spook Lane.
Yeah. And so we're going to be looking at Beetlejuice. We're going to be looking at the Beetlejuice television series as well. That's going to be really cool. And also we're going to be talking about Ariel monsters with a very special guest. And then we're going to be talking about what I think is going to be basically my first experience of an anime OVA, which is going to be Hellsing. Which I think some people might be like saying, oh, that's your first OVA that you decided to just dive into. Hellsing. It's like, we're really going hardcore there, Arun. Like, we're compared to what Vega was suggesting to you, like, in that podcast on the Arun Mehta Show. So, yeah, I mean, we're going to do some really fun stuff with Old Spook Lane. And by the way, actually, we can exclusively reveal for the Hey Arnold anniversary show that this year is going to be Halloween themed. So it's going to be the Hey Arnold Halloween anniversary show. And we're going to be focusing on all the scary aspects of Hey Arnold, actually, this year. And so you're going to get your questions in. We'll let everybody know when it's going to be. But we will basically be releasing this episode this Halloween. So, yeah, it's going to be a really special spooky edition of Hey Arnold.
Yeah, in addition to that, we also got some bonus podcasts for you to sink your teeth into.
Yeah, but we'll be announcing those. Tell you what, when you guys get to the end of Old Spook Lane, we've got a nice bonus episode also for you as well. So, if you're a fan of Team Fortress 2, then you might actually like this one. So, yeah, definitely might want to check this one out.
Yeah, and as somebody who has never played Team Fortress 2, this will be really interesting.
Yeah. So, besides, outside of Old Spook Lane, we're going to be continuing on with doing In Search of the Crystal Skull. That's going to be a thing that we're going to be focusing as well. We're finally, now that we're both together in the same place where we can actually watch a series for the first time, we're going to be doing some Dream Machine related content as well, so you might want to look out for that too.
Yeah, and this is based off of your votes. If you remember from a while ago, I posted up a poll that I wanted you guys to vote on which DreamWorks animated series you wanted us to watch, because I've gotten requests for, hey, you guys talked about the movies, you guys talked about the Christmas specials, but why don't you talk about a DreamWorks animated series, because there's been several of them, unlike in Pixar, in which there's only been, well, 2. There's been many of them, and a winner has been unanimously chosen, and I'm sure that we will get to more details on that probably by the beginning of next year.
Yeah, and I was going to safely say this, we're going to do a lot of hardcore watching, streaming of Netflix. I'll just safely say that.
Yeah,
so
for
hopefully
sure.
It's not giving too much away.
Yeah, and also another update that we're going to be doing for the beginning of next year is that we're going to be watching a TV series from season to season.
Well, I'll tell you what, let's just say that, maybe we're going to be rather having pizza, maybe, then, for this, but, I think we should have that video as well that we still yet to post as well, which
That's right,
gives
yes.
a bit of an interesting idea of, like, what we've got cooked up.
That's right.
Like you say, cooked up. You see what I did there? Yeah. Got something grilling.
Don't give too much away.
All right, then. I won't give too much away. But, yeah. So, there is a really special TV series, which, by the way, I know a lot of you love this show. So, we're going to be letting you know what that's going to be next year. So,
yeah.
That's going to be. But, we're still going to be doing some of the regular stuff. We got a Dream Machine coming up. The Wild Robot recently got released as well. So, we're going to be talking about that eventually sometime this year. So definitely keep a lookout for that episode as well. We're definitely going to be still doing Pix Mix, and we've definitely got to actually, on top of that, we're yet to do the Spark shorts actually for Pix Mix. So keep a lookout for that too when that gets released. And also, basically we're just going to do all the stuff that we always wanted to do but never got the chance to do it.
Yeah, pretty much.
That's basically going to be next year.
Yeah, and for those who have been typing in the comments, why haven't you seen the Wild Robot yet? Well, you have to remember that because we're in the UK and all of you Americans have gotten the movie today as of the recording of this, the movie won't be coming out for 3 more weeks here in the UK.
Exactly, yeah. So, also, just to let you guys know, Arun and Patricia is definitely going to be something that we're really looking forward to doing together. We're going to be finding out when the week is going to be when we finally start doing it again. So, hopefully it will be very, very soon. But the minute we know when Arun and Patricia can definitely get back on the rails, we're definitely going to be bringing you the next season. And this is actually going to be the first season we've ever done Arun and Patricia live together in the studio. Because for those of you who do not know, we basically been in this long distance relationship for a very long time, and it's only just been in June that we actually finally got married, and we finally got all the immigration stuff out of the way, and finally got to this point. And to those who think that it's just a pretty straightforward thing, will think no, it's not. It's been very strenuous at times, and it's been very, very hard. So we're very sorry that Old School Lane hasn't had the opportunity to flourish in the last couple of months. But me and Patricia love each other. We care about each other very much, and we put that as a priority. But now finally that's all over and done with. We can finally bring you all the great things that we wanted to do for Old School Lane, and that is going to be coming up very, very soon.
Yeah, and I'm sure that some people are wondering about video production, which by the way, I know that there have been some people who have been wanting to see some of the projects projects I've been working on over the past couple of months. So let me bring you up to speed. So I am in production of a Halloween video, and this is kind of like a follow-up to what I did last year, where I talked about the underappreciated Christmas Everyday adaptation that was produced by Calabash Animation. So this is sort of a follow-up to that, in which they actually did a second special. This time it was more Halloween based, and it's the Canterville Ghost, which is based off a short story by Oscar Wilde. And it is very similar to Christmas Every Day, in which it has pretty much a very similar production. It was produced by Dick Orkin, and it was animated by Calabash, and it basically had more or less a similar production and similar behind the scenes stories, but essentially it is a different take on what I had done in the last video, where I talked about a underappreciated Christmas special that nobody knew about. Well, you're going to be listening about an adaptation that most people have never heard of, and the reason on why that this was the last animated production by Dick Orkin right before he continued off with his radio production. And trust me, you will not hear it anywhere else. I've got exclusive information from the people who actually worked on this special, so stay tuned for that.
Definitely. So, I think people are going to be asking, like, Aaron's here on Old School Lane, but, what about the Aaron Meta Show? What's currently going on with that? And so, I'm basically just going to safely say this. We, right now, on the Aaron Meta Show, I guess you say I guess we could say rather we. I'm currently reevaluating, what is the purpose of the Aaron Meta Show in this inclusion, because we have been so many things. We've been an afternoon talk show. We've been, an evening, sports show. We have been, a daytime, politics show, a news show. We've been all sorts of things, going there. So we've also been, times we've been a Let's Play. Other times we've been basically, a reaction, channel, where they were on YouTube at the time. And then, obviously, we've just had so many evolutions of the Aaron Meta Show so many times. And I've got to be honest with everybody, I'm trying to figure out what's the next incarnation with the Aaron Meta Show. I'm sort of kind of like Madonna, I guess you could say. At one point she's Material Girl. The next thing, she's doing all sorts of other crazy things. And so I'm still waiting to see, in my mind, what the Aaron Meta Show effectively is going to be next. And so once I find out what I think it's going to be, I will let everybody know what direction we're going to go in. And that will basically be it.
Yeah, so other than that, I think that we pretty much updated with everybody with what's going on.
Yeah, definitely. So maybe we'll give you a bit of a preview for Arun and Patricia, I guess we could say, is that, obviously there's been a lot of moving and shakings going on at Disney whilst we've been gone, and actually, as of this podcast, at least when we were recording it anyway, Haley's on, it's basically been removed from Disney+.
Yes,
so,
and also there's been some new stories regarding about Pixar, about the making of Inside Out 2, how it was a nightmare production with crunch period and long hours. So that was kind of shocking to hear about.
And also, the worst thing I think about this is that people will let go, and even though that the movie did over $600 million to the box office, the people who will let go apparently aren't going to get paid their bonuses.
No,
that is ridiculous. That is just insane to me. It's corporate greed at its worst, and I think that's something that we're going to be focusing on as well. The fact that a lot of people have been concerned about artificial intelligence, been concerned about the way that creators and storytellers and things like that have been, absolutely treated really badly by effectively corporate Hollywood at this point. And I think these are stories that we're going to have to start bringing out to the attention of people, because, while we all love Disney, we all love, the Warner Brothers, and we all love, all the things that we grew up with. I mean, we really have to focus on, what these things are turning into at the moment. And my biggest fear is that you and I, probably somewhere down the line, maybe it might not be this season, maybe it might be the next season, but I get the feeling that we're going to be talking about the first ever artificially intelligence produced Disney movie at some point, or maybe something like that.
Oh, speaking of which, I guess I should mention this. So Lionsgate is all about wanting to have AI produce their animated films.
Yeah, and so, maybe Lionsgate will be maybe the first to do it. and then we'll be making fun of it because it's so bad.
Yeah.
But, I mean, this is the thing. Like, the stories that we're probably going to be telling about are probably not going to be for, the ones who want to basically be in a good mood. Well, like, this is the thing. Me and Patricia, like, we love doing podcasts and we love doing these things, but we do these things because we want to inform you all about what's going on in this industry that we all love. And, we all have nostalgia for the things that we want to talk about. And now they want to bring these things back. They want to bring these back in probably the worst way possible, which is like, filling it into a computer and then you regurgitating it out into like, something that is just totally uncreative and just looks so fake. These are conversations we're going to have. And they are going to be very difficult conversations by any stretch of the imagination. I probably would imagine they're going to be. So, it's not the fact that we're trying to upset everybody by basically having these conversations. We're just saying that what is going on in this industry right now is not acceptable. And we are going to have an honest conversation about, the companies and the people who are behind this, who effectively are trying to grind down the costs of something so severe that the product that you get at the end is totally and utterly disgusting, and at the same time, people are just making so much money out of it that it's just insane about why you can't pay the people to basically make your movie.
Yeah, and you wonder about how the strikes were going on over the past year and why people were so upset that they weren't given all of the recognition that they deserve, especially with all the animators, all the writers, all the producers who had to buckle down during the pandemic when live action movies and TV shows were shut down, and they were essentially the ones who had to work from home and create all this content to put up on social media or streaming sites or television, and yet they're still getting the shaft.
Can you imagine the Oscars like saying, okay, we're now going to go to the Best Actor the Best Actor award, but unfortunately there are no Best Actors to nominate because they're all the movies that are nominated are artificially generated, so they're not real.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, like, it's just, I mean, actually that would be interesting as well. Like, if they did artificially generated actors, what would happen in that situation? Like, I mean, would the movie companies own the copyright of these people, and like, would they be allowed to put them up for awards?
I have no clue. I guess maybe. I mean, what would happen if, like, say, an actor passed away and they actually gave the rights to have their voices being replicated, like what James Earl Jones did right before he passed away?
I don't know, but have you heard about that recently? Because the person who who passed away, who did Governor Tarkin in Rogue One, apparently now the company that did the deal with the is now suing the studio for the fact that, well, hang on a second, we've got the rights to basically have, the rights of this actor, post-mortem. So, like, this is going to be, tested in the courts. I think a lot of the stuff that's going on, and it's kind of really freaky and kind of like really kind of George Orwell when you really think about it. It really is. So anyway, but that's just a little thing that we're probably going to talk about. Not a little thing, but it's going to be a major story. I think that we're going to talk about for Arun and Patricia. I think the fact that artificial intelligence effectively is trying to take over the movie and the cartoon industry at this point.
And the video game industry.
And the video game industry as well. Yeah, we definitely can't forget about that. So this is going to be a major theme. I think that's going to be going through, our next couple of episodes. But, it's not going to be the be-all and end-all of Arun and Patricia. We are going to be, focusing on, like, the humans that are creating the things that we actually do like.
Exactly, yeah.
And the things that we don't like.
So to reiterate one more time, Old Spook Lane Creepy Chats is going to be right around the corner, covering a whole bunch of really cool topics from Beetlejuice the Animated Series, Hellsing Ultimate, Real Monsters with a very special guest, and a few bonus episodes. I have a follow-up to Christmas Every Day with the Canterville Ghost. We got The Wild Robot, which is going to be coming out next month. We got some new stuff for the next year, and also some new content for the Aaron Meta Show and Aaron and Patricia. But again, all of that will come in due time.
Cool. And also, we've just got some really great content that we really want to bring out. So hopefully one day, when I finally get the time to do it, I'm actually going to do my first ever Old School Lane video.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. What's it going to be? Well, let's just say that we're going to figure out when some cartoons went to the rescue, what happened to their voice actors. after the fact.
All right, then.
So that sounds like what it's going to be first. But
Okay.
again, it could be something different. I don't know.
All right, so that's it, everyone. Until then, thank you so much for tuning into this Old School Lane update. Let us know in the comments below about your thoughts of everything that we just announced. So thanks a lot, everyone. Hope to see you around soon, and take care.
Bye-bye.